This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is a special episode of the Dressage Radio Show on the Horse Radio Network. I'm Chris Stafford, and I have with me Lendon Gray again, who's been bringing us these very exclusive updates. Lendon, since we last spoke, there's been an awful lot happening with Courtney. Wonderful news to share with us this time, though. I think she's improving leaps and bounds, really, beyond our expectations.
Well, she certainly, my last visit with her was absolutely amazing. First of all, she looks terrific. She looks gorgeous as ever. She is speaking, although when I saw her, she still had to put a finger over the hole in her neck where the tracheotomy had been, and which made her speaking not really clear. She is this morning having a little tiny surgery to close that up, and hopefully, we'll see, but hopefully that'll make her words a little more easy to understand. But she and I had great conversations about all sorts of things, including she asks very specifically about each of the horses she had been riding, what they were doing, how they were going, what was going on, and she would ask individually about each horse. As I've said, mentally, she's right with us. Her memory is very good. There are little tiny gaps of things that she doesn't remember, but basically she doesn't remember her accident, but she does remember her life, let's say. And beyond the fact that it's difficult for her to speak, our conversations, our time together were just like old times of laughing and making plans and having good memories and just the thing you would have any time you sat down with a friend and had a conversation. Physically, she still has a long ways to go. Her left side is improving rapidly as far as, movement and finer motor skills. Her right side is well behind that, but there is a small amount of movement, which makes it very, very hopeful. She's about 4.5 hours a day in physical, occupational speech therapy, and then we've been able to also have some others. They've been able to have some other special therapies for her. So she's working incredibly hard, and generally by the end of the day, she's pretty exhausted.
Well, that's fabulous news, Lendon. And I understand when we spoke last time, she was already getting visits from her dogs?
Yes. Oh, yes. From the time she arrives at Kessler, both of her dogs, the one everyone knows, the little dachshund Quiver, and she has a very large white dog of some sort of unusual breeding, Quiver, have been coming down to visit, and she goes downstairs in a wheelchair type setup, and even out and have had sort of stays outside with her dogs, Viva in her lap and Quiver at her feet, as it's always been. So the dogs, she sees the dogs pretty much every day.
Well, that's wonderful, and therapy in of itself. And now what's with the horse visits? How soon do you expect that she'll get visits from a horse?
That's really up to her. Kessler was agreed that we could drive a horse over there, and now in the condition she's in, she's able to make her will known exactly. And as I say, right now she's so busy with the therapy and pretty tired at the end, and I think the discussion about horses filled a little gap. And at some point, when she wants, we're ready to bring whoever she wants for a visit.
Well, we also reported here on the Dressage Radio Show this week, on the full episode, the news of the fundraising initiatives that have taken place for Courtney. Lendon, it's been heartening, the funds that have been raised in support of her medical expenses.
It's been just unbelievable, and thanks to that, we've been able to give her opportunities and therapies that would not have been possible, that her insurance would not have covered. It's been just remarkable what people have done from, the big major fundraisers to the little girl student of mine who came to me the other day with a little packet of money where she had sold water at a family's lacrosse game that weekend. I mean, those are so touching, and in every way that people have helped and offers of help. You almost feel like you wish you could say to people, yes, do come do thus and such, because we've had not only the financial offers, but so much offer of, come stay in our home, what can I do? You wish you could, there's only so much to do, and people have just been from around the world absolutely remarkable.
Well, I know the world has gathered around you as well during this time, Lendon, and not least of all on your Facebook page. I see almost every day, I see you making friends around the world, friends you didn't know you had.
That's for sure. I've definitely collected a large number of Facebook friends, and it's actually I've not been much on Facebook before, but it's been a wonderful way to get the word out and hear from people, as well as let them know what's going on. So I guess I am becoming a bit of a Facebook fan right now.
Well, I know a lot of people are becoming fans of yours, and not least of all this week with the birthday wishes that were extended to you. So happy birthday again to you, Lendon, this week. And I'm sure that having heard that from Courtney must have been the best birthday wishes that you could have had.
Oh, absolutely. It was so great to be back chatting with the old Courtney, basically. It was, what a treat. Amazing treat.
Well, terrific. Well, we want to thank you again for sharing this update with us, and hopefully you'll be back in a few days with even more progress. So it really is heartening, and it must be just so satisfying to the whole family and friends that are surrounding her now, and seeing the amazing progress. And now that she's mentally alert, and there's no telling, how rapidly she will progress.
Absolutely. We know her as a rider, her determination, her discipline, her willingness to do more than the norm, and that's exactly what's carrying her through in the therapy. Everything she does a little more than she's expected, and I think that's going to carry her a long, long way.
Well, terrific news, Lendon. Thank you for sharing that with us, and I hope you will share our best wishes here from all of the dressage community around the world that listen to the Dressage Radio Show and who have been obviously very concerned with Courtney's progress and very encouraged by the updates that you've been bringing to us. We want to share that with everyone and certainly pass on our good wishes to Courtney from all of us here at the Dressage Radio Show.
Absolutely, happily.
Well, thank you again, Lendon. We'll catch up again with you in a few days. As I said, this was a special episode of the Courtney King-Dye updates, and we encourage you, while you're on the Dressage Radio Show's website, to listen to the full episodes of the Dressage Radio Show with news, views, and interviews every week. Again, to our special guest here this week, Lendon Gray, for our updates, and we'll be back right next week with a full episode. So stay tuned to dressageradio.com.